I had heard about Palm and Able by looking up what both the store and mission were on the Kennedy Center website. Before applying, I had called the store and spoke with one of the assistant managers. Since there was a job available, I had gone back on the site, applied for the job, and was very lucky to get the position. This is my first job, especially in retail, and I love what I do. I have been looking for employment for many years and am thrilled to have finally found Palm and Able. I enjoy being able to meet new people and assisting customers, making it a pleasant experience for all, and hope that they'd like to return. I also like to work with the assistant managers and my boss to help with whatever tasks are needed in the store. My dream job is to work in the theater business one day, whether it be on stage as an actor, backstage as an assistant, or whatever jobs are available. The sky's the limit. Don't let people tell you what you can and cannot do. Do not deny yourself due to having a disability. Keep working hard enough to go for your dreams, and good things will come.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Teresa Thomason.
And I'm John Jones.
And we are delighted to welcome you to the 56th annual Kennedy Center Four Seasons Ball, an evening of gratitude. This is the live stream you've all been waiting for. And you know, I've never done this before. I don't know if my co-host has. But we are coming to you from the beautiful new Palm and Able, the resale store, right here in Shelton, Connecticut. John, you know, I'm looking at you. You look fantastic. Have you been shopping here?
Well, yes, I have, Teresa.
I see something brand new on you. Are those comfortable? They seem to fit perfect.
They are. They're very comfortable.
You've got to come check this store out, ladies and gentlemen. You won't get the full scope until you walk through those doors. You know, we have so much still to celebrate. We've gone through so much together.
We're so thrilled you could join us tonight, folks. Not only is this a celebration, but it's a fundraiser. And we couldn't be doing this without your help. Our sponsors for this evening, Platinum, the Ben O. Larson Foundation, People's United Bank, Bill and Gloria Paul, the Makata family, and our Sapphire sponsors are the Foley family, Fifth Third Bank, the Evanson family, and the Horton family.
And I have the Emerald sponsors, who are Union Savings Bank, the Denon family, and the Sebastians. I also have the Ruby sponsors, who are Bigelow Tea, Capitol Hill Group, LLC, the Schuster Group, the Gavey family, the Walsh family, Merit Insurance, RD Cinto Incorporated, Rubenstein Partners, and the Tarian Group, LLC, DBA Pillar to Post.
With this generous support, the Kennedy Center has empowered over 2,000 people with disabilities and special needs every year. In fact, the center was built on a legacy of trailblazers, and tonight we're here to honor those legacies and create opportunities as well as fulfill dreams for all people with disabilities.
That is what we're here to do, John. And folks, I don't have to tell you, I don't have to stress how COVID-19 has turned our world upside down, but we refuse to let it close us down or keep us apart. So get ready. We've got a great show lined up for you tonight. A fabulous evening, actually 1 hour of power to honor the commitment of our Kennedy Center community, to share some real heartwarming stories. And check this out. Is everyone seeing this? You'll have a chance to win this incredible wine chest with 45 bottles of wine. Hello. And John, tell them about the grand prize.
Our grand prize is this Mix Fitness Plus.
Woo.
It's a total fitness system for your mind and body. We have a silent auction, and you can donate throughout the evening by pressing the button on your phone. In addition to that, there are wonderful prizes. Our silent auction, we'll hear from Rick Sebastian, our CEO of the Kennedy Center. We'll be entertained by my co-host, Teresa, and the KC Trio.
Wow.
We'll also hear from a community of people who make the Kennedy Center the special place that it is. Every year we begin the ball with a cocktail.
Ooh.
This year is no different.
Now that's a tasty way to start this celebration. We're going to bring you Justin Pasha of the Cupbearer. He's going to guide us on how to make our 2 signature delicious cocktails tonight. I hope you're ready. Mule for a mission and Cup for a cause. So all of you who have your recipes, get ready. It's time, John. Let's get this party started.
Hey everybody, Pasha here, owner and founder of the Cupbearer. I'm here today in honor of the Kennedy Center and the Four Seasons Ball to bring you some delicious seasonal cocktails. We're going to walk you through these cocktails step by step and ingredient by ingredient so that you can follow along at home and be drinking in style with the rest of us. So, our first cocktail today is going to be what I like to call the Autumn Mule. So this is very much your classic Autumn Mule with just a few twists, super delicious. The base alcohol today, we're going to be using Fifth State vodka. They've generously donated. Yeah, let's get right into it. So, first things first, whenever we're making a cocktail, we're going to add our non-alcoholic ingredients first. I'm going to make this cocktail directly in the vessel it's going in. So we're not going to shake it, we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to make it right into the mule mug. First ingredient is going to be cinnamon simple syrup. Now, simple syrup is, as the name suggests, very easy to make. It is essentially equal parts sugar and warm water. Dissolve the sugar in the water, and then you have your simple syrup. To make cinnamon simple syrup, just take that and drop a couple of cinnamon sticks in there. In about a day or so, you'll have a nice infusion. So that's what we've done, and we're going to add, using a jigger, which is a measuring tool. If you don't have a jigger at home, you can use a teaspoon. We're going to add half of an ounce of this cinnamon simple syrup directly into the mule mug. Alright. Next, what I want to do is I want to take a lime wedge and I'm going to pinch it in there, squeeze it in, and then I'm going to drop it right in, and I'm going to do the same thing with another one. So 2 lime wedges, squeezed and dropped right into the cup. Alright. Next, we'll add our vodka. We're using Fifth State here, and that's a 2-ounce pour. So, measuring our vodka out and pouring it directly into the cup. Right. Next, what we'll do is add some ginger beer. So we have a bottle of ginger beer here. We're going to pour, I want to say, about 4 ounces. That's perfect. Don't fill it too much, because now we're going to add the ice, and we'll top it off in a second with more ginger beer if needed. So let's fill our cup here with some ice. And then take a spoon, just give it a stir, mix up all those ingredients. If you notice I add the ice second. I do this so that the action of adding the ice can help to stir the drink. Okay? Top it off with a little bit more ginger beer. Perfect. And then lastly, we're going to garnish it with a cinnamon stick. You can stir with your cinnamon stick. Beautiful. Straw. And that is the Autumn Mule. Beautiful, delicious cocktail to take you into the cooler season. Alright, so for this next cocktail, we're going to be serving it hot, and we're going to be making it with some Fifth State Maple Whiskey. This is a cocktail that we call the Pumpkin Toddy. We're going to be using a little bit of Bigelow Pumpkin Spice Tea. We've already got that steeping and hotly brewed right here. A little bit of honey, and some lemon when we get to it. First thing, we're going to add about a tablespoon of this delicious clover honey to our mug. Alright? We're just going to let that sit in the base of the cup for now. So, next, we'll add our whiskey. It's going to be 2 ounces of this Fifth State Maple Whiskey. Alright, measuring it again with our measuring tool. Perfect. And then we're going to top it right to the drinking line with some hot pumpkin spice tea. Stir it up. Dissolve that honey nicely. Beautiful. This is a delicious hot cocktail. The flavors of the maple and the pumpkin spice together, and then honey. Whiskey loves honey. Really come together beautifully. And then what we'll do is we'll garnish it with just a thin slice of lemon. Alright. Break up that acidity nicely. One more twist. And that is a cocktail that couldn't be easier, couldn't be more delicious and warming. As the weather gets colder and you're sitting by the fire with one of these, a pumpkin toddy, forget about it. Beautiful and simple. Cheers.
And cheers to all of you for your gracious support and commitment to the Kennedy Center.
Clink. Cheers to you, John.
Thank you for tuning in. So, Teresa, I have a mocktail called Cup for a Cause, made with delicious Bigelow tea.
Yummy.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking a mule with Fifth State vodka, and it is now on my Christmas list. Let me tell you, this is fun. Delicious. Let me put this down because there's something I want to share with you. In March, COVID-19 presented us with challenges and opportunities that were beyond our imagination. And the challenges were and continue to be 24/7. So I'd like you to take a look at this highlight. You'll get to meet some of the amazing members of our Kennedy Center family, Emily, Brendan, and Dot and Gil Kellersman.
My name is Brendan Wendt. I have been with the Kennedy Center now since 2014. I am currently a job coach, and right now I'm basically going wherever they need me for supported employment.
I'm Emily Valentine, and I've been with the Kennedy Center for almost 4 years now. I am an expressive arts facilitator at the Maggie Daly Arts Cooperative, otherwise known as MDAC.
I heard that there was nothing going on for supported employment for the foreseeable future, and I thought I wanted to be out there actually helping with something. I figured I didn't get in this job to sit on the sidelines and watch the world burn. I want to do something about it. I got a call saying that they needed some help in some of the group homes.
I also volunteered to work at the group homes, and I got my first shift working at the group home. I was first at a Hilltop, and they needed some coverage at another house, and that house turned out to be COVID positive.
So it was a little unnerving, but we thought maybe it's just the one. We still did all our PPE and did everything as we were supposed to do, but
it spread. It spread very quickly, and within that first week, I think it was 5 out of 6 of the individuals living there were positive with coronavirus, and so they made the decision to move us to another location. I guess so they could keep the house clean and keep everyone isolated. After the 2 weeks, we were able to move them back into the group home. However, within that next week, people were getting released from the hospital, and there are still 2 individuals who were still testing positive, but no longer showing symptoms. So they needed to be separated from everyone else. So it was back into that day program. This time it was set up with hospital beds, and
this is when it got crazy.
This was when it got crazy. They only had 3 of us working there. It was me, Brendan, and 1 other staff.
It was 12 hours, 16 hours, 17 and a half hours.
Yeah.
Back to back to back. It was
exhausting.
Every bit as exhausting as
it was so exhausting because it was 2 individuals that were pretty high needs, and and they required a lot of attention, and we were there by ourselves. It was never more than one staff there at a time, and we were alone. It was the smallest things that made me keep going. When one of the individuals would just smile and laugh, that reminded me of why I was doing this, because I was exhausted most of the time and had no idea why I was doing it. But to see people be happy and kind of starting to thrive a little bit, I mean, there was a mix of emotions, because there was a lot of tears there. They wanted to go home. We wanted to go home. Everyone just wanted to go home. But once in a while, we would get them laughing, and that just made everything worthwhile.
Just seeing that these guys were getting better, knowing they had tested negative, knowing they were getting back home, and knowing that they were all set.
That was very rewarding. Just seeing them driving off in that van and saying goodbye.
Yeah, and getting to see their regular staff for the first time in forever.
I'm Dottie Kellersman, and this is my husband,
Gil Kellersman, and we have a daughter, Lisa Kellersman, who's 47 years old. Lisa's been with the Kennedy Center now for 27 years. Most recently, the last 6 years, she's been in a Kennedy Center group home called The Farm in Trumbull.
Her experience in the home has been very positive. She has 3 great housemates. The staff have been wonderful with her. They really treat her and the 3 housemates, Daryl, Ron, and Ross, as their own family.
Lisa had extreme behavioral issues, very aggressive behavior, which was completely unpredictable. You could be blindsided. You would never know when she was going to have these issues. Even within the Kennedy Center, they've had the same experiences. So it was very important for us at our stage in life to be able to get her into a group home. And it's actually been much more beneficial for her. She's much happier in the group home than she even was at being at the house.
And then March 2020 arrived, and we got the phone call. We had many phone calls before from other agencies, and it was always to come and take Lisa home. But this one was a little different. This one was, we now were in a pandemic, and we had about 24 hours to make a decision to either bring Lisa home to our house or to leave her at Daniel's Farm with the staff. It was a very difficult decision because you want to be the one who's going to take care of your child. I don't care how old that person is. They were so supportive of us because we felt like we were almost abandoning her, and but they walked us through the process, and it turned out that it became the best decision, one of the best decisions we have made for Lisa. She's grown, I think, a little bit more independent. Not to say they haven't had problems over these past 7 months, but she's really stepped up, and she's been really working very hard. And that all really has to do with the manager of the house and all the staff. No matter what happens to Gil and I down the road, we know that Lisa is going to be safe, happy, and have a real family at the Kennedy Center group home. And that's a comforting fact. It's amazing that something like this pandemic kind of made us realize that.
Whoa, those are true heroes. You know, that is the very definition of essential worker and the challenges that they face. You know, that story really captures the care, commitment, and dedication of the Kennedy Center family. And now, it's my very special privilege to introduce to you all the Kennedy Center's CEO, Rick Sebastian.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, John. Good evening, everyone. I'll also extend my thanks for your participation. To say that 2020 has been an interesting year would be a major understatement. Today we had the call of our next President of the United States. Congratulations to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to be the next leaders of our administration and of our wonderful country. 2020 has been filled here at the Kennedy Center with joy. It's been filled with sadness. It's been filled with tragedy. It's been filled with trauma. And as you've just seen, it's also been filled with unbelievable inspiration, people who touch each other every day, and people who move us and leave us inspired to be better people ourselves. I want to thank our Kennedy Center employees for being the resilient group of human beings that they are and ensuring that people with disabilities have the ability to thrive in their communities. 2 years ago, at this particular event, we celebrated what was then the 54th anniversary of the Four Seasons Ball. Last year was the 55th Emerald anniversary, and today, the 56th anniversary. This Four Seasons Ball all began with the vision and the inspiration of a woman, Dorothy Larson. Dottie, unfortunately, has passed away recently, and our thoughts and prayers and our hearts go out to her family. As many of you know, Dottie made a lasting impact here in Fairfield County and beyond. She touched tens of thousands of lives with her philanthropic efforts. She touched all of the lives here at the Kennedy Center and has made us better people and better serving people with disabilities by her dedication and her thoughtfulness and her love and admiration for the people that we're supporting every day. We also know that many of our employees have lost family members due to COVID this year. Kennedy Center experienced about 20 of our employees who have had COVID themselves, actually about 25 who have had COVID themselves, and 20 of those have lost family members. We're up to about 16 of the individuals that we support testing positive for COVID, and 3, unfortunately, of the people that we support have passed away this year. One of the outcomes of COVID that is not sad, that is not filled with tragedy, is how we have responded in much the same way that Evelyn Kennedy, our founder, in much the same way that Dottie Larson and Mary Faust responded 70 years ago to creating opportunities for people who have disabilities to make a difference in their communities and to also have an economic impact. COVID has brought us to a place where we're standing here at the Palm and Able retail store that we shared with you last year at this very ball. In that year, since the Four Seasons Ball last year, we have created 15 new jobs in our social enterprises. Those new jobs are creating income for those people, for those employees with and without disabilities of about $250,000. In the 2 years since we began investing in our social enterprises, we've created 23 jobs for a total of $550,000. COVID also created an opportunity for us in 2020 to enter the world of PPE, or personal protective equipment. When we couldn't find and locate our own PPE for Brendan and Emily that you've just seen, we created a relationship with a woman-owned small business who linked us with international manufacturers and national manufacturers to provide personal protective equipment here in Connecticut. Today, we have more than 1,800 Connecticut-based customers who rely on us for their PPE. We've won several large federal and state contracts. We've created employment for 7 additional people in a distribution operation. Just recently, on October 1st, we opened up a distribution center in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and we're distributing goods across the country and to the Pacific Islands and Puerto Rico and Guam. We look forward to the continued investments that you've created for us in 56 years. We look forward to your investment tonight. We look forward to your ongoing contribution so that we can create even more employment opportunities. We can create even more opportunities for people to live and to fulfill their dreams. And we ask that you look at your telephone, you look at your text messaging, and you will see how to make contributions. I'm hoping that most of you have already gone through our items on the silent auction, and you'll see on the silent auction various icons where you can make contributions that will make a difference in how we hire individuals with disabilities, that we can buy equipment to make their work even better and more efficient, that we can create this long-term promise that Evelyn and Dottie created for us 70 years ago. Most of you have heard me say in the 3 years that I've been here at the Kennedy Center that we have an obligation when we're touched, moved, and inspired by the things that we witness on a day-to-day basis. We have an obligation to touch, move, and inspire others. And so, much like COVID has changed our entire dialogue in our community, and as Teresa said at the beginning of tonight's event, that the world is turned upside down, we are touched, moved, and inspired, and we get to change too much information and have TMI now continue to mean touch, move, and inspire. Thank you for helping us to create opportunities. Thank you for ensuring that we have the promises that we'll continue to make for people 70 years from now that will still know the impact of the Kennedy Center. I appreciate your ongoing support. Once again, I thank the Kennedy Center employee base, I thank our donor base, and certainly thank all of the sponsors that ensure that we have the ability to continue to thrive every day. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and absolutely enjoy the food that was created by our social enterprise soups and such, and the drinks that we just learned how to make. It is now my pleasure and my honor to introduce you to Devin and Jonah, two individuals who have clearly helped us transition and move into a full supply chain and warehousing and distribution operation. Enjoy meeting Devin and Jonah.
Hi, my name is Devin Ramsey, and I'm the Warehouse and Distribution Supervisor here at the Kennedy Center. I'm here with my warehouse clerk, Jonah.
Hi, my name is Jonah, and I work at Kennedy Center Palm and Able as a warehouse clerk distribution center.
So about a month into COVID, we were still trying to figure out how to provide limited day services. And we ran into a serious problem of a lack of masks and a lack of other PPE products. And at that time, our CEO, Rick, was able to secure a large supply of medical masks that we couldn't find anywhere else. One thing led to the next, and we have a PPE website that contains anything that you can need to protect yourself against COVID-19. So after about 2 months of distributing the PPE through our e-commerce portal on Shopify, we received a contract with the State of Connecticut Department of Developmental Services. That contract consists of sending out 2,000 packages a week. About the time that we got our DSS contract, a lot of other businesses and jobs were closing down. They were sending their employees home. They were telling them they had to work from home. And one of the things that I was missing the most about my old job at that time was working with the people that we support. And Jonah, before coming to Palm and Able, was working at the Trumbull Senior Citizen Center, which closed very soon into COVID. And when the Trumbull Senior Citizen Center closed, how did you feel about that, Jonah?
I felt sad because I wouldn't work for a little while. I wouldn't have no financials.
No financial independence, so it's a little nerve-wracking, right? Not knowing what your future looked like. So what are some of the things that you do throughout the day that are similar or maybe different with this new job?
We pretty much put like stuff in the mailing. We also like take stuff off the truck. Anything like if we get a shipment, then we put it into the room. We'll count it.
Did you learn how to use the pallet jack?
Yeah. I still want to learn how to use it.
Yeah, you want to get a little bit more experience with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it here better.
What do you think you like about it more here?
Because I can interact with people and I can work with people that I like. Because after Trumbull Senior Center, I was pretty much working by myself.
And that's a really awesome thing.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of COVID, when it was just the 3 CE managers and Janelle working on this project, we now have 8 employees and we're growing quickly. One of the other cool things about providing job opportunities for someone like Jonah is the ability for him to learn new skills and to develop as an employee. He's learning things every day that he can apply to a future job or grow throughout the Kennedy Center itself.
I would see myself doing a lot of stuff from a year to a future from now, like getting my own house, getting my driver license, going to school, and saving money.
And building muscle too, right?
And muscles too.
Hi, I'm Lynn McChrystal, Vice President of Business Enterprises. Thank you, Devin and Jonah, for speaking to us about your experience with the distribution center. It's much appreciated. The commitment of the Kennedy Center's social enterprises goes back almost 35 years to 1986 when we opened a restaurant in downtown Bridgeport. That restaurant served the local area and was a go-to place for lunch during that period of time. In the late 1980s, we developed both a stamps and stuff business and a Ken Clean janitorial business. That janitorial business today operates over 31 locations and has an annual budget of $900,000. In the late 1990s, we developed a landscaping business called Cutting Edge, and that business continues to operate today with numerous customers throughout Fairfield County. In the year 2013, we moved our stamps and stuff business to KenDoc and began to utilize scanning and shredding as our primary source of business for that location. In the year 2019, we worked with our auxiliary to move over a business called the Nearly New Shop to our operation, and in 2020 we moved to Shelton and renamed it Palm and Able. Palm and Able is an honor to our founder, Evelyn Kennedy, and the word Palm is associated with her address, where she and a group of parents met to develop the beginnings of the agency at Palm Street. And Able is to remind all of us that each and every one of us is capable of doing anything we desire and should not be held back. Back up to March of 2020, and this was a time when COVID-19 first hit our country. Our president and CEO, Rick Sebastian, worked with a women-owned business to bring in PPE equipment to this country and supply it to both the Kennedy Center and local not-for-profits. Today, we operate a warehouse distribution center for PPE equipment, and I'm standing in our warehouse. And so far, we have supplied over $1.1 million of PPE equipment to the local area. Today, our commitment to social enterprises is the same as it was 35 years ago. We look to support and place people with disabilities and other barriers into employment and to create fiscal sustainability for our company. We look forward to many more years to come with our social enterprises.
Wow, did you know all that stuff about the Kennedy Center? It's one of the reasons that your donations are so important. We've made it easy for you. Just press donate on your screen. Okay, I know you're really gonna get a kick out of this. Debuting live from Palm and Able in Shelton, Connecticut, here's my co-host Teresa with Jen, Michael, and Kelly, the KC Trio, singing their rendition of a popular Duke Ellington song. Take it away.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm here with my crew, Jennifer Morin, Michael Donahue, and Kelly De La Goya. Are you guys ready?
Yes. Ready.
We're ready to sing for KC. Cue that music.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Turn it up. Ooh, you like that?
Yeah. Let me see you move.
Here we go. Well, what good is music? What good is melody if you ain't giving a little more to make it sweet? It ain't the music, no, it ain't the melody. It's what you give that makes that tune complete. So it ain't everything when you give a little something. Come on! Do-ah, 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 do-ah. Oh, it means everything when we've come so far from your giving. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. Makes no difference if your gift is big or small. We appreciate that you're answering the call. We're ready to swing. We're so grateful for everything. Come on, do-ah, 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 do-ah. Oh! Take it away, Kelly! Hey, Jenny!
Enough of you.
Let me hear you, Mikey. Makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. We're just asking you to give it all you've got. We're asking you today to give a little away. We need you today. We need you today.
That was fabulous. Okay, I just checked the big board and I see some of you have been having so much fun that you haven't had a chance to donate yet or buy more chances to win. So I'm going to give you that opportunity while we queue up this next piece. Over the past 8 months, we have discovered the important role technology is playing in the center's ability to thrive and keep us all connected. With that in mind, here's Robin, Leah, and Vice President Valerie Ryer to talk about virtual programming.
Hi, my name is Robin Allen, and I am an expressive arts facilitator, bringing our individuals music and movement and experiences throughout the Kennedy Center, and I have had the pleasure to start working with Leah.
Hi, my name is Leah Palmer, and I am involved this Kennedy Center so many years, and I'm teaching sign language very, very long time, and I also am on the board a member. This year is my 4th year, and I'm very happy to work with Robin.
When this first started, when COVID first hit, I just had this pit in my stomach that how are all our individuals going to function? How are they going to get through the day without their routine, without the people that they're used to being with, without their soulmates and friends and staff? And so I started creating this program called Sing Along, where I would just invite people onto Zoom, and we started doing singing. And it's not just a program of me singing, it's getting our individuals to connect with the people that they spent so many years with. And the wonderful thing is, when we're on Zoom, we can spotlight people and they can see their friends, and it's just, it makes me cry. It just warms my heart, and it's just been an amazing thing, and it has grown. And now, we don't just do the music. We have people coming on and sharing their musical abilities. We have singers, we have musicians. I had Javier Colon come on. We have, now we have Leah doing sign language.
So here I am, wanting to help people, teach them how to do sign language. When I started teaching sign, it's a basic. And you do like ABCs first and numbers. You say, hi, how are you? Is it nice to meet you? And I teach them how, about the weather. And say, oh, today is sunny day. I do sign language with that.
And what made you decide to do this?
Because I'm good at it. I want to be a teacher, teaching everybody else.
So it's been a big learning curve for all of us. We have to keep it going, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future, and keep our virtual programs going, to keep our individuals connected. And the wonderful thing also is that I see people, I see families, I see parents on Zoom with them participating in our programs. Staff is starting to participate in the programs. When we do dancing, I see the parents coming and dancing with their kids, and that's just a really wonderful thing.
Hi, I'm Valerie Ryer, Vice President of Employment and Compliance. As you've just heard from Robin and Leah, we have had to transition over the past 10 months into a new format of programming that offers opportunity for individuals that we serve. March 2020, as you all know, COVID hit, and it changed the way we did our services. We rely on that face-to-face interaction. We do things in person. It's the human nature of what we do. We all had to make an adjustment. How do we support individuals during a time where we can't be with individuals? There's so many different platforms out there that allow us to connect virtually, but we still didn't realize the impact it was going to have on our day-to-day services. But then we started also doing broad-based programming. Broad-based programming allowed us to set up curriculums, offer different activities in small group formats over the internet using the Zoom platform. Some staff interact with the persons they support by doing one-on-one phone calls, virtual meetings to do online job applications, talk about the interviewing process, and ways for them to secure employment. We are also providing virtual experiences for our seniors, veterans, and other individuals that want to learn about public transit systems. On the day programming side, we offer over 30 hours of virtual programming over the course of a week. We have a variety of options available to interest the individuals that we are serving. What we feel would help be beneficial in continuing their programming options that they would have had should they have been coming to the day program. Since April, we have had over 48,000 virtual touches with our participants and over 30,000 hours of meetings and programs. We continue to provide these services in a dual format. With the reopening of the state of Connecticut, we have brought back some of our individuals into day programming, those that really need to have that face-to-face connection. And then for those that are able to benefit from the virtual opportunities, we continue to offer that as an option as well. By doing these dual programming services, we are expanding the options that all individuals have while keeping people as safe as possible during these very unprecedented times. We never expected COVID to happen, and we certainly didn't expect it to last this long. Having these technology resources that we are able to utilize any given day, anywhere around our communities, certainly benefits our staff and the persons that we serve and the community at large. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we continue to hope that we are partners as we look at the bright future we have ahead.
Wow, I can tell you firsthand that I have worked with Robin, and Leah has taught me some signing that I've always wanted to learn, and I can see the connection and the engagement in all of these consumers' eyes. They're knowing that they're in a place just for them where they can have a blast. You really should check out the programming yourself. Speaking of that, you can never say thank you enough. So here's a special video, a special thank you video from our KC family.
Thank you, Kennedy Center, for this opportunity to work in the warehouse. I'm so grateful to have this awesome job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to the Kennedy Center for this wonderful opportunity, for letting me work with the PPE distribution and everything. I love my job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to the Kennedy Center for letting me take the opportunity to work at Palm and Able.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all of you guys. Thank you all of us.
Thank you. Thank you.
On behalf of all of us here at the Kennedy Center, thank you very much for your continued support and funding to keep our mission going.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you everybody for coming to the Kennedy Center Gala.
Good night.
Okay, do I hear a drum roll, John?
I think I do.
Okay, you know what that means? You know what that means? Everybody, it's time. It's time to announce, that's right, Jen. It's time to announce the winners of this gorgeous wine chest and our fabulous grand prize. And I'm gonna ask my friend Michael Donahue, hey Mike, how are you? To come and draw the first winner of this evening for this wine chest. Come on over, Mikey. Stick your hand in there and see who it is. Wow, that was easy. Oh, you have to be kidding me. Are you ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? The winner of this fabulous wine chest is none other than Rick Sebastian. I want a recall. Oh, that's so nice. He will probably donate it back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, John, you're up, buddy.
Okay. Jen, you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Who shall it be?
This is for the Mixed Total Fitness bike.
All right, John. Who is it?
Who is it, Jen? Susan
Peter. What? Give her
Evanson.
Wow!
The Evansons.
All right.
Congratulations.
Oh, man. Oh, they're going to enjoy that. And listen, I hate to say this, but it's actually time to go, John.
No.
Yes, it's time to go. But please, everyone, please do not forget this gem called the Kennedy Center. Thank you to all of our outstanding sponsors. Yes, and I want to really thank my most magnificent co-host, John Jones.
Thank you, Teresa.
I've had a pleasure with you this evening.
Just got information
Yes.
that Mr. Sebastian would like to have a redraw
What? I
on
was
his
only
45
joking.
bottles of wine.
What? Why? Uh-oh. Okay, here we go then. Mike, you ready? Okay, let me stir it up there.
Good
My name
job,
should be
Mike.
on the top.
Come on, Mike.
All right, here we go. Oh, no, stop. It's Rick Sebastian again!
Okay.
I think that constitutes one more, real quick. Let me do this.
How much did
Oh,
Rick donate?
Yeah, he must have donated a lot. Here we go, Mikey. Come on, pick a winner, Mikey. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the wine chest tonight is Jessica McMullen. All right.
Congratulations, Jessica.
Congratulations and thank you, everyone. As I said, I want to thank all of our sponsors, and John, I've really had a ball.
Thank you, Sam.
I had a blast with everybody.
Sam and Ricky.
That's right.
Thank you, Jen and Mike.
Yes.
And thank you, Teresa.
Hey,
I had a
thank you.
wonderful time, too. And it's with gratitude that we once again thank our sponsors for this evening. Without you, we couldn't have done this.
That's true.
And too.
That's right. And remember, just because the celebration is ending, the giving never does. Hopefully you'll stick around because we have a special video as we close the celebration.
And also, the silent auction bidding is open until Friday
Yay,
the
keep
13th. So
bidding.
you have plenty of time to bid.
Thank you so much. Sincere thanks. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you coming.
Say goodbye.
Thank you coming.
Okay, you ready? I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. I'd like to build the world a home and first